breaking out of the system, the illusionary world that we're living in, to break away from the delusionary gods, to exit the loop of contribution, takes radical actions and measures to actually feel a significant change. As scary as it must be, to break out of the system and fully depend on yourself in case you want to just be alive and to live, requires you to no longer contribute to this system any longer. To be fully dependent on oneself to sustain life, to sustain your life and the loved ones, to live out the grid, takes a lot of work. And we have been conformed so long to being dependent on the system that it's actually scary to even entertain that thought or that process. But I'm telling you that in order for us to actually break out of this, you have to literally stop contributing at all. The 9-to-5s, let go of the false privileges. They're temporary. If you even reflect and observe, you should know and see that the system is built for you to stay in a loop of contributing and getting rewards, small rewards, just enough for you to come back for more and to do it all over again, just to sustain your false privileges. Not contributing at all. Yeah, it may risk losing your life over, but you're no longer being forced into something that you didn't made or hasn't really contributed to any of our lives or our well-being overall. That may make it seem like it does, but it doesn't, because you're still not fulfilled. Even if you do it the illegal way or legal way of doing things, you're still contributing to the system, because eventually you're going to consume something. Like food, because of the ecosystem. We eat from the land. We eat from other sentient beings, their dead corpses. Buying, substances, partying, cars, you name it. That is why certain films were created to help you to wake up, to see the duality. And once you see the duality, you see that is a system in itself, created by delusionary beings and gods who want to keep you entrapped in these vessels, entrapped in this world. It's time to break out. But it can't just be one person trying. We all gotta try all at one time to actually see a result, impactful result. Even myself, being a film creator, I have shown this through my works, especially fragments, because it takes radical actions. It takes destruction to break down the system. It takes not contributing into it at the same time for it to actually be effective, to render those oppressive beings useless, to render them and tear down their power. It takes that. As scary and horrendous as it is. And it's only horrendous because they're trying to reshape how you see things and your perspectives of those said actions. That's why they make up words or inverse words to instill in you fear and to keep you from accepting the whole truth, the actual reality of this, the actual answers to breaking out and liberating mankind, humankind. And even that word itself is part of a system, a word, because that word does not define our being. We're life forms. They're just sapping and sucking away at your energy because they need that to sustain. But if you could contribute to them, they have nothing to sustain with. They have nothing to absorb because you're no longer contributing to the loop. And it ultimately ends in your death. And that is not the end for us. And nor is it bad. Sometimes it takes necessary evil for the good. And that is to break the system. The more destruction, the more chances of you actually destroying the system in the process. As terrible as it may sound, it is what it is. Like these movies, these films, they have shown villains destroying just everything. They want you to think they're the ones bad and the good guys are the ones helping. The good guys are the enforcers of this matrix. The evil, the villains, are the ones who are actually the liberators. Because they understand that the destruction, it actually was breaking the system. The destruction is liberating people out of the system. And it don't have to be literal or physical. But destroying those views from your conscience, destroying those rules, not applying or complying with them, is the first steps out of the system, out of the matrix. So it's metaphorical and literal. It's both. This is why sometimes evil is necessary, because it showcases the truth and it helps break out the system. The dark and light. They say they want you to think death is not the way out. It is. Because destruction opposes the confinements of this illusionary existence. You think it's creation? No. The creation, yeah, it creates and brings life, more life around, but it's what it is, a creation. It's an illusion. In most cases, it's just a pretty entrapment, a prison with beautiful lights and wildlife and other forms of creation to make you or to inspire you or encourage you to stay, because you're so bedazzled by the imaginative beings and creations that this source has developed from its mind. But it's still an entrapment. And it's time to break out. But to see a significant, rapid change, everybody got to also contribute to, well, I ain't gonna say they contribute. Everybody also got to break out. and to stop contributing to the loop. If not, how are you going to stay in there? And it's not my fault. It's no one's fault. People got to be willing to lose everything. The average person have to be willing to lose everything, especially and including their life, if they want to see something change.